I'm Christopher Zweig, and this week on CJ at the Movies, I review James Cameron's long-awaited sequel, Avatar: The Way of Water, the holiday sequel, It's a Wonderful Binge, the documentary, All the Beauty and All the Bloodshed, and Antonio Banderas back as the Shrek character Puss in Boots in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Let's take a look. Our first movie is, no doubt, Avatar: The Way of Water, James Cameron's long-awaited sequel that pushes itself to new limits by taking us to the oceans of Pandora, and for using special water equipment to capture the beauty of a new environment our heroes must explore. The story, if you recall, had the paralyzed soldier Jake Sully, played by Sam Worthington, having his mind transferred into a Na'vi body, and married the warrior Neytiri, played by Zoe Saldana. Now they started a family, 3 of the kids they birthed, and 2 of them they adopted.
I know you think I'm crazy, but I feel her. I hear her heartbeat.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
The story now involves the family traveling for sanctuary to another tribe when an old enemy returns in the form of a Na'vi body with restored memories. They must live and learn the ways of water, even if this tribe, particularly the leaders, have their doubts about these outsiders.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see you.
Avatar: The Way of Water is almost as ambitious and visually stunning and profoundly excellent as the original global hit because of how it takes its time to let fans know what's been happening all these years and how these characters are able to adapt to their surroundings and allow the young characters to prove to their parents that they can be worthy. Cameron never ceases to amaze us, and we shouldn't doubt his gifts. This sequel is really something to see. But the said can't be same for It's a Wonderful Binge, the sequel to the 2020 Hulu comedy The Binge, which spoofed The Purge by making it the one night of the year when all drugs and alcohol are legal. Now they decided to push it to Christmas Eve, either to have people lay off the stress of holiday shoppings, Christmas dinner, or obnoxious relatives, or because it wanted to follow in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations traditions as a holiday-themed sequel. In one subplot, Dexter Darden reprises his role as Hags, who wants to propose to his mean and stupid girlfriend.
You spelled my name wrong.
Why is that house smoking a cigarette?
This is what I've been wanting to say to you the entire night. Damn, I really was high and drunk when I wrote these.
And Eduardo Franco also returns as Andrew, who meets Danny Trejo as the man he thinks is supposed to be his guardian angel, who takes him in a lousy It's a Wonderful Life parody.
I'm gonna show you what it would be like if you were never born. This is terrifying.
The worst parts have to feature Caitlin Olsen as a mean mayor who hates this annual tradition and would even threaten a little girl with nut allergy that Santa won't come if she complains. It's a Wonderful Binge is a nasty holiday sequel that doesn't even know how nasty it is. I've had biology and Latin teachers in high school who often insulted some of my classmates with names like weedhead, crackhead, or lunkhead. That's exactly what I would like to call these characters in this movie. Our next movie is the documentary All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, which features photographer Nan Goldin and how she overcame her addiction to opioids. And this doc is about how the Sackler family were brought to justice for distributing this horrible drug.
The Sackler family of the art world, the museum world, and philanthropy. And then there's the big pharma marketing and addiction and death.
My anger at the Sackler family, it's personal. When you think of the profit of people's pain, you can only be furious.
Directed by Laura Poitras, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed represents both sides of the coin. It represents how Golden entered the world of movies, sex, and photography while showing the evils of her life. She's dealt with sexist slurs, violence, and the drugs that nearly destroyed her completely. The photos she's taken of herself surviving such violence reminded her not to go back to that dark side. When we do see the Sacklers in the interview stage via Zoom chat, we see how the victims are able to speak for the dead and for themselves. This doc is poignant and harsh, and it acts like a work of art. So check it out! And our last movie is an early review of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the sequel to the Shrek spin-off film with Antonio Banderas back in his iconic voice role as the swashbuckling feline Puss in Boots. This time he spent 8 of his lives battling creatures and getting himself killed over and over again. Now he's down to his last life and his vet advises him to retire.
And anyway, I am a cat. I have 9 lives.
And how many times have you died already?
I don't know. I never counted. I am not really a math guy, you know?
You are down to your last life. My prescription? No more adventures for you. You need to retire.
Me? Retire? Are you the village comedian as well?
His only hope is to find a magic star that could grant him a wish. Maybe he can wish for more lives, but first he has to face some new enemies and collaborate with his feisty ex-lover Kitty Softpaws, voiced once again by Salma Hayek, and a happy-go-lucky dog with a fun voice by Harvey Gullion.
Oh, cool! Another member of the team!
We are not a team! Ice on the road!
Who is this guy? I'm Puss's best friend!
No, he isn't!
And his therapy dog!
Definitely not!
Finally! You need therapy.
What's interesting is the way Puss in Boots: The Last Wish uses a Spider-Verse inspired quality to the action sequences and how the story is more challenging than anticipated. The movie is stylish and funny, and adults and kids who are fans of the Shrek franchise will enjoy the delights this sequel offers, and it's one of the entertaining children's films out this holiday season, so check it out! Okay, to recap the new movies I reviewed this week, thumbs way up for Avatar: The Way of Water, thumbs way down for It's a Wonderful Binge, thumbs way up for All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, and thumbs way up for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It opens everywhere next week. Well, those are the movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Happy holidays, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and please read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and download the new HD Radio app.